Hello there, right here we got the first mob that can be voted on for Minecraft Live this year. Just like past years, they're going to have a voting to let the players choose the next new mob that's coming out in the game of Minecraft. I covered all this and much more in this video, so let's take a look at this video and see what we can conclude about this new mob.
Oi. Hello? You're so cute! Are you lost too? I don't like the darkness either. Yikes! It's too dark in here. You must be the Glare, the mob that lets players know when they are in an area that is dark enough for monsters. The Glare flies to dark areas for you. When it gets grumpy, you will know that it's dark enough for monsters to spawn. You can also bring it with you and proves once and for all that you can be grumpy and cute at the same time.
Will Tiny Agnes ever find Tiny Jens? Whose lair is this? Do you want the Glare to join Minecraft? Tune in to Minecraft Live on October 16th to cast your vote and change Minecraft forever.
So a lot of stuff is going on in this short clip. So first off, the beginning is different than previous years. They don't really have an introduction explaining that this is a mob vote for the Minecraft Live event. It goes straight into Agnes kind of being in this really dark area. And then she pulls out a flashlight and she looks about. And we can see things that we recognize from the main game, such as like the different types of copper in the background. We also got a barrel. We got armor stands. This one armor stand here looks like it has bee armor on it. It has like a bee head on it too. And it looks like it has bee wings as well, which is something we don't have in the game. And then out of this box here that has the words top secret on it, this new mob comes out and it's called the Glare. It looks like it kind of floats or hovers, kind of like a blaze. It's very green and mossy. So maybe it's kind of from the lush caves biomes that are coming out with 1.18. The eyes of the mob are kind of sunk back, hidden in this darkness. And the main property of this mob is that it will move to areas that are dark enough for hostile mobs to spawn in. So this would be a light level of 0. And it's supposed to turn angry when it's in these dark areas to illustrate to the player that mobs can spawn here. So would this mob actually be useful if they added it into the game? Now probably the main reason they're bringing this mob into the game is that currently to kind of know if something is completely dark, you have to pull up the F3 screen to look at it. And in the Bedrock edition, they don't really have F3 screen to kind of show them that kind of stuff. And overall, they're trying to get away from using the information there because it's only supposed to be used for debugging. We've seen this more recently with the lodestones that kind of show you where you're going and how to get back to your house without having to use F3 to see your coordinates. And this mob is something along the similar lines where they're trying to prevent players from having to go to F3 screen and use in-game mechanics such as having this mob along with you that you place down and it will kind of search for dark areas and just stand there and get grumpy. And most likely be able to pick this thing up, put it in your inventory and drop it down very easily. Otherwise, it's not going to be very useful to have in survival. You're probably also able to craft this thing. That way it's available for most players. Personally, I think something that could tell you if area is dark can be done using an item that the player holds rather than an actual mob, because the pathfinding of this mob would have to pathfind, maybe off a cliff or it can't go way up here. It's just a lot easier for the player to get to different areas than it is to try to make this mob go different areas. He could fall down a hole, end up dying, but they want players to probably use this mob so that they can light up their base. They can let this mob loose and he'll just automatically go to the nearest dark area that you probably overlook. Now there is mods that you can put into your game that will show you dark areas that need to be lit up. So there'll probably always be faster ways of doing this than using this little critter. The critter himself looks really cool, but the function he plays in the game doesn't seem that needed or useful. I feel like this is something they could add in the game without making a whole voting thing for it. And then later in the clip, the little creature actually just climbs up out of this hole and it looks like he goes up onto the surface, which doesn't really make sense because he's supposed to be going to dark areas. Also, they make reference to Tiny Jens, who's the other person that typically shows up in these clips. And they also make a reference to this lair area, which we were talking about earlier. You can see stuff like the redstone lamps over here, see glass, cobwebs, and stone, and there's also some dirt blocks up above. But definitely the most fascinating things besides the mob that they showed is this little bee armor stand over here and the flashlight itself, because we don't have flashlights in the game. Like you can't even hold torches to get light around you without having a mod. And it ends off by kind of explaining that you can vote on this mob on the 16th of October, which is this Saturday. I personally don't think this mob will get voted for unless the other two mobs are just equally as bland. So we'll see what the other two mob votes are going to be. Let me know what you guys think about this mob. If there's any other potential uses for it, or should they also give it more uses so that it doesn't become an unused feature? And what do you think about these other things that we see in the background of this clip? As in previous years, I will be live streaming Minecraft Live event and talking about the different features as they introduce them. And then we'll be doing a Minecraft Live overview video. So if you'd like to see all that, make sure you guys are subscribed as well as have that bell notification turned on. And also look forward to me making a video covering the next two mobs that they will show. If you'd like to learn everything that we currently know about this upcoming live stream, check out this video here. I would like to thank all you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.